New this morning, streaming now at 7. 3 mass shootings in just a matter of days in California. We have video of one of the suspects being taken down by police.
2 people are killed, 3 injured in a home invasion in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood. The search for a gunman.
And Lori Lightfoot releases her own political poll in the race for mayor as her campaign faces an ethics investigation. It's Tuesday, January the 24th.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Val Warner.
And I'm Tanya Babich in for Terrell this morning. As we look outside at 7 o'clock to start the day, all is relatively calm right now. Just can't get rid of that cloud cover. And it's not going anywhere because, Tracy, we got something falling from it soon enough.
Yeah, not today, but tomorrow, 24 hours from now, some of you will be under a winter weather advisory. This goes into effect at midnight tonight. It is going to stay in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Areas roughly south and along I-80, as you can see, includes those of you in northern Indiana, too. Now, currently, things are very quiet. 28 degrees, the temperature right now out at O'Hare, 28 degrees right now at Midway, 28 in Gary. And as you can see, those temperatures, they're pretty close together. Our wind chills this morning are in the teens around the area. Feels like it's 18 at O'Hare, 19 at Midway. We'll go through the full forecast coming up. Roz?
We start with 2 new suburban crashes. This one is in Fox Lake on US 12, south of Big Hollow. It is causing delays on 12. And we've got this crash in Downers Grove at Findlay and Ogden. That is not a good spot to have a tangle up anyway. Big picture, 35 to 40-minute travel times. Northbound I-55 is stacked up for miles, starting at 126 in Plainfield all the way up to Route 53 in Bolingbrook. Chopper 7 is over it. We had about 10 vehicles get in this crash right in the work zone. It could have been some confusion where the lanes split, but nonetheless, they've got everything on the left and right shoulders, and it is causing one massive delay. Tanya and Val.
All right, Roz, thank you. 3 California communities are reeling this morning. There are 3 mass shootings in just days.
Dozens of victims after attacks in Monterey Park, Half Moon Bay, and now Oakland. ABC's Justin Finch joins us live from Washington, D.C. with the latest. Justin.
Tanya, Val, good morning. And Oakland police are now looking for leads after 8 people were shot and 1 killed at an East Oakland gas station. No arrests or suspects yet announced in that investigation. And meantime, 7 people gunned down, killed at 2 San Francisco area landscaping nurseries, and the gunman in that shooting, police say, is now in custody. South of San Francisco, law enforcement responding to 2 fatal shootings at nearby landscaping nurseries in the city of Half Moon Bay.
This kind of shooting is horrific. It's a tragedy that we hear about far too often.
Just after 2:00 p.m. Monday, authorities called to 1 nursery, finding 4 victims shot to death. A 5th rushed to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. Soon after, 3 more people were found shot and killed at another nursery. Heartbreaking headlines for this close-knit community.
When it comes home to you like this in a small town like this, it really does bring it home, and it's just deplorable.
Hours later, our San Francisco station capturing the takedown of lone suspect Chun-Li Zhao. The 67-year-old spotted at a county sheriff's substation with a semi-automatic handgun found in his vehicle. The motive not immediately clear, but Zhao is believed to have worked at one of those nurseries and is reportedly cooperating.
There are simply too many guns in this country, and there has to be a change.
The death toll in the Southern California shooting rising to 11. That majority Asian American suburb now canceling Lunar New Year events and holding vigils instead. And this morning, we are learning the names of some of the victims who were killed in that Monterey Park shooting outside Los Angeles. They include 65-year-old Mei Mei Nan. Her family says she was known for her smile and her kindness. Tanya, Val, back to you.
All right, Justin, thank you. Tonight in Aurora, there will be a moment of silence at the Aurora City Council meeting in remembrance of the lives lost in California. A Buddhist monk will pray and leaders of Aurora's Chinese community will be in attendance. Much like Monterey Park, Aurora also held Lunar New Year festivities over the weekend and celebrated with its Asian community at the Asian-themed shopping center, Pacifica Square. City leaders say their prayers are with the families and friends of those who lost their lives and those who were injured in California.
5 people were shot, 2 were killed in a home invasion in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood.
And Diane Patthew joins us live now from the University of Chicago Medical Center, where the 3 survivors are being treated this morning. Diane.
Val and Tanya, as police continue to work what they're calling strong leads to determine the motive, 3 people remain here in critical condition after that deadly home invasion. It happened at around 1:40 yesterday afternoon in the South Shore neighborhood in an apartment building in the 2900 block of East 78th Street. Police say the suspect or suspects walked into the second-floor apartment and opened fire. 2 people were killed, 3 others critically hurt. One of the victims managed to escape and drive to a nearby McDonald's to get help. Police confirm this was not a random act, adding this home was targeted. Neighbors tell us they have seen this area change in recent months.
I've seen a decline, and we thought it was getting better, but with the recent gun shootings, we need to put a stop to the gun shootings. That's a big concern around here.
Neighbors are asking, or rather police asking neighbors to comb any security video they may have for anything that seems out of the ordinary. This morning we're waiting on the release of the names, the identities of the 2 people that were killed. Val and Tanya, back to you.
All right, Diane, thank you. Now to Chicago's race for mayor. The Chicago Board of Ethics is expected to release more information today on an issue that has put the Lightfoot campaign in hot water.
Jessica D'Onofrio is live from City Hall with more. Jessica.
Val and Tanya, the ethics board met yesterday, and today we should find out if they voted to send the case to the city's inspector general's office. The board looking into whether the Lightfoot campaign violated the city ethics ordinance earlier this month by emailing Chicago public school teachers to encourage students to volunteer for her campaign in exchange for extra credit. Lightfoot's challengers jumped on it, calling it improper and unethical. The mayor blaming a campaign staff member for making a mistake. Yesterday, she commented on the Board of Ethics involvement.
We'll cooperate with any investigation that's out there. We've said that, we will do that, and I'm confident that what any investigator will find was this was a mistake, not born of malice, not born of intentionality.
Meanwhile, with 5 weeks away from Election Day, the mayor is pushing polling numbers collected by her own campaign between January 18th to the 22nd, showing her in the lead with 25% of the vote. It shows Paul Vallis in a close second and Jesus Chuy Garcia third. Meanwhile, in regards to the Lightfoot campaign complaint, the Board of Ethics says we will find out more on their Twitter page and their website sometime today. Val and Tanya, back to you.
Thank you, Jessica. Investigators are searching for 2 armed bank robbers who they say got away with $100,000 on the northwest side. The suspects held up the Huntington Bank on West Peterson and Richmond. Chicago police say the men demanded money from the teller and then took more cash from the bank's vault. The suspects then got away in a waiting vehicle. The FBI released these 2 photos showing the robbers, both men believed to be in their 20s. A body in a Rockford funeral home's stolen van has been recovered on Chicago's South Side. Somebody stole that van Saturday, and police found the vehicle Sunday. They say the body was found yesterday afternoon in the 8200 block of South Manistee Avenue. Rockford police released these photos of a possible suspect who may have taken the van over the weekend. He is still wanted this morning.
Illinois' new assault weapons ban is facing another lawsuit. Leading this latest challenge is Darren Bailey, the former Republican nominee for governor and former state senator. Bailey is among hundreds of plaintiffs who are part of this new lawsuit, which was filed in White County. It claims the assault weapons law violates the Illinois Constitution. A hearing has been scheduled for this Wednesday on the request for a temporary restraining order on the ban. And the attorney representing those plaintiffs is Thomas DeVore, who you'll remember also filed a lawsuit against this ban. This one right here in Effingham County just last week. A judge granted a restraining order in that case, temporarily blocking the law from being enforced on anyone involved in that suit. And yesterday, Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul formally appealed that ruling. He's asking the court to reverse and vacate the TRO.
The planned move for migrants to a shuttered Chicago elementary school has been delayed. The mayor's office says it will meet again with the Woodlawn community before welcoming migrants into the former Wadsworth Elementary School. The city had planned to shelter 250 adults at the building for up to 2 years. Since August, more than 5,000 migrants have arrived in Chicago from other states.
Well, excitement building this morning as we count down to the Oscar nominations.
And in about 30 minutes from now, we'll have live coverage as the nominations are announced bright and early in California.
There are plenty of blockbusters up for awards, including Top Gun Maverick, Glass Onion, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Again, we have live coverage coming up at 7:30 right here where you're streaming.
Are there any movies you're looking forward to seeing that you haven't seen yet?
I want to see Whale.
Yeah, Brandon Fraser getting a lot of buzz for the Best Actor nod, and we shall see if that is in fact what he gets.
I still need to see Wakanda Forever. I feel a little embarrassed that I have not seen it yet, but I do need to see that. And I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I have not seen Top Gun Maverick, nor have I seen the original Top Gun.
Okay, about the original, you've had lots of time to see that one, but I only just saw Top Gun Maverick this weekend. So.
Live up to the hype?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what everyone says.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And long too, right?
And what?
Is that one was a long one? More than almost 3 hours?
2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad. I watched it with the girls.
Okay, good.
Your live and local news is just getting started. We are streaming out loud this morning, and coming up, a Senate committee takes up the issue of concert ticket sales after the debacle that plagued the rollout of Taylor Swift's upcoming tour.
But first, Tracy's tracking snow. She's got your AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
And the family of a Memphis man sees video of the arrest that ended with him dead. Their message for police next.
Well, good morning. Well, here are our messages for tomorrow and the snow that's coming our way. So today we don't have any concerns about snow during the morning commute, nor the afternoon evening rush. But snow is going to begin in the area during the overnight hours, hitting the far southern suburbs first. Most of the snow is going to accumulate and fall probably between about 6 a.m. and noontime tomorrow. During that time especially is when I anticipate some challenging road and travel conditions. And then in the afternoon, there will still be some light snow that lingers. It will become less widespread, but we'll also watch for the potential for some lake effect snow in northern Indiana. So here's kind of the timeline of when things set up. And here in the city, I think it gets underway between about 4 and 6 a.m. All totaled, this is looking like 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. City west and north. Farther to the south, you get the 3, 4, and possibly 5-inch totals. And that's where winter weather advisories will go into effect tonight at midnight and stay in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So that's why we're calling tomorrow an AccuWeather Alert Day. But Roz, I cannot believe how busy things have gotten for you.
I know, it's just kind of unexpected, I guess. 35 to 40 minutes, that's the average travel time. But we've got more things going on than just the interior expressways. We're still seeing these massive delays on northbound 55 at Route 53 in the construction zone, where at least 10 cars had this chain reaction crash. They're still cleaning all that up, but look at the delay. It extends down beyond Route 126, almost as far south as US 30. So miles and miles of traffic there. Now, we have a situation downtown. Randolph is closed between Franklin and Wells because of glass debris. Apparently they were installing some glass and it got on the street, so they're trying to keep traffic away while they clear that up. And one suburban crash to add to our list in Elgin. It's on US 20 and Nestler Road. There are delays eastbound on US 20. Val and Tanya.
Roz, thank you. The family of Tyre Nichols is speaking after they were able to see video of that violent arrest that led to Nichols' death. The police stop happened earlier this month in Memphis. 5 police officers have already been fired in the incident. Well, the video is not yet being made public, but is expected to be released sometime this week or next. Attorney Ben Crump says the footage reminded him of the infamous video of Los Angeles police beating Rodney King in 1991. Nichols' family says it was too awful for his mother to watch all the way through after Tyre could be heard crying out for his mother multiple times on the tape.
All my son was trying to do was get home. He was less than 80 yards away when they murdered him.
Memphis police say they are bracing for potential protests. Meanwhile, the U.S. Justice Department and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation are looking into the case.
Swifties take Congress today. The Senate Judiciary Committee is hosting its hearing on the Ticketmaster fiasco that happened when fans tried to buy tickets to Swift's upcoming Eras tour. Jerry Mickelson, a Chicago-based concert promoter with Jam Productions, is one of the witnesses set to speak. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin is the chair of the committee. Taylor Swift is not on the list of witnesses released by the committee, but Swift harshly criticized Ticketmaster's handling of the sale.
I'd be up for an alternative. Some other way to buy concert tickets
that would be nice.
Bit easier,
yeah,
a little less competitive for folks. But I know where there is demand, there will be competition.
Exactly. Oh, I've seen Taylor Swift in concert only once, and it was fantastic.
You're lucky that you've seen her at all.
Yeah. When she was here at the United Center years ago, she brings it too.
Oh,
she's somebody you got.
Wish I could see it. Didn't get the tickets.
Not yet. We're gonna put it in the universe that something's gonna happen, something positive.
Up next, the special adoption you can make for Valentine's Day at the zoo.
Plus comedian Damon Williams joins us live in the studio this morning. How he's being honored for 30 years of making people laugh.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
A small town just outside of Kankakee will soon have access to natural gas for the first time. Hopkins Park residents have been heating their homes and cooking with propane gas or electricity. Tanks can now cost anywhere from $800 to $1,500 to fill and may even last a month. Now, Nicor Gas is coming to town. Thanks to help from local, state, and federal lawmakers, construction is already underway to lay down pipes.
Brookfield Zoo is offering you a chance to adopt penguins for Valentine's Day. Valentino was born on Valentine's Day 2011. The zoo calls him and Patty a power couple, says they've raised 4 chicks of their own and they've fostered several others. The zoo is also offering a chance to name a cockroach in honor of that unspecial person in your life or no longer in your life, for just a $15 donation.
Whatever team came up with that, that's super creative.
And Val, I know I got a couple people I could name.
Yeah, I think we both are in that same boat, sister. We got some cockroaches, but we also have some Valentinos now.
Yes, we do, and thank goodness for
them. All right now we are going to take a quick break and join our Good Morning America viewers with a news update.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It's 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. A body inside of a Rockford funeral home's stolen van has been recovered on Chicago's South Side. This morning, we've learned that the director of the funeral home is on probation for unprofessional conduct and failure to account for personal property. Police say the body was found yesterday afternoon in the 8200 block of South Manistee Avenue. Somebody stole the van Saturday, and police found the van Sunday. Meantime, Rockford police released these photos of a possible suspect who may have taken that van over the weekend. He's still wanted this morning. Let's get a check of our ABC7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Tanya, all quiet around the area today weather-wise, but tonight at midnight, a winter weather advisory will go into effect points south of Chicago. Currently, temperatures are mainly upper 20s, right around 30 degrees. As for wind chills, prepare for some numbers that are back in the teens and low to mid-20s this morning. Highs today mid-30s. We're calling tomorrow an AccuWeather alert day as we are anticipating accumulating snow to move into the area. Most of us, Chicago west and north, will come in with 1 to 3 inches of accumulation tomorrow. Farther south could be some higher totals. We'll take a break. Roz after this.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got some pretty heavy traffic out there. 40 to 45-minute travel times now. That's going to be the average, but we've got some new problems we're dealing with. A crash outbound on the Ike at Harlem. The IDOT's with it. We're looking at 45 to 50 minutes for your outbound commute downtown to Mannheim. Then we've got this crash that we're still dealing with, northbound 55 at Route 53 in the construction zone where it splits. Right over the bridge there, 10 cars piled up. We're still hitting the brakes at Route 126, and a report of a crash eastbound on I-80 past Briggs. Big delays developing at that location.
You're watching ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7, streaming live now.
At 7:30, taking a look at the morning's top stories. Police in California now investigating 3 separate mass shootings. 19 people have been killed. The shootings were in Monterey, Half Moon Bay, and now Oakland. In the most recent attack, 8 people were shot at an Oakland gas station. 1 of them has died. That comes after a shooting at a nursery yesterday afternoon in Half Moon Bay, California. This, of course, just south of San Francisco. 4 people were killed. A 5th has life-threatening injuries. Soon after, 3 more people were found shot and killed in another nursery. A vigil held yesterday following the shootings in Monterey over the weekend. 11 people were killed. Investigators are working to find a motive.
3 people remain in critical condition after a home invasion and deadly shooting in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood. This happened yesterday afternoon in an apartment building on the 2900 block of East 78th Street. 2 people were killed, 3 others were critically hurt. Police confirmed this was not a random act, adding this home was targeted.
We could learn today if the Chicago Board of Ethics has decided that Mayor Lightfoot's campaign violated an ethics ordinance. This after her campaign emailed Chicago public school teachers to encourage students to volunteer or for her campaign in exchange for extra credit. The board is planning to release more information today. Good morning and welcome back. I'm Val Warner.
And I'm Tanya Babich in for Terrell. 28 degrees to start your Tuesday. Pretty chilly out there, just like it was yesterday on that birdie flying by. And cloud cover as well, but at least we are dry for now. Let's go to Tracy.
Yeah, for now is the way to emphasize this, Tanya and Val. And good morning, everybody. So we are talking about snow, and it's been a highlight in our forecast here for several days, and it's for tomorrow. So overnight tonight, snow is going to get underway. I think by the time it reaches the city, we're closer to about 5-ish roughly. And then the bulk of the snow that falls tomorrow happens between 6 a.m. and noon. We can expect travel headaches during that time. The afternoon hours, so at noon, it doesn't just shut off entirely, but light snow will diminish, become less widespread, and then we are looking at maybe some lake effect snow showers in northwest Indiana. Winter weather advisory goes into effect tonight at midnight, far south. Roz?
Right now, we're looking at 45 to 50-minute travel times. It's really busy out there. The outbound Ike, that crash at Harlem, that travel time is almost higher than the inbound traffic on the Ike. And then this situation on I-80 eastbound near Cherry Hill Road, well, what we found out from state police, it is a traffic stop, and everybody's gaping at it. So that's what's causing that delay. More serious nature, though, downtown, we have a closure, and they're asking for traffic control on Randolph Street between Franklin and Wells. We had some folks installing glass, and apparently, I don't know if it fell or it broke, but there's glass debris all over Randolph. They don't want traffic going through there until they can get that whole thing cleaned up. So you're going to have to detour around that, and it is causing some pretty big delays in that area. Val and Tanya, back to you.
All right. What a mess, right in the heart of the loop, too.
Goodness gracious.
Thank you, Roz. Well, right now, we're waiting for Oscar nominations to be announced in California.
It's announcement. It is,
and it looks like it's just starting. We're going to join in now.
Again, to kick off the official countdown to the 95th Oscars on March 12th. For nearly a century now, the Oscars has been the most esteemed celebration of movies in the world. It is a chance for us to showcase the very best films of the past year and for global movie fans to come together as we shine a spotlight on artists working on both sides of the camera. Every year, nominees in most categories are chosen by their peers. Actors nominate actors. Film editors vote for the best edited movies of the year, and so on. But the final and most anticipated award, Best Picture, is chosen by the entire Academy membership. That's around 10,000 filmmakers and artists living and working in over 80 countries. And now, to present the nominees, here are today's hosts. 2022 Oscar winner Riz Ahmed and the star and executive producer of Megan, Allison Williams.
Good morning, everybody. We've been awake all night getting ready for this moment. And we're so excited, so honored, so over-caffeinated to reveal the nominations for the 95th Oscars.
Good morning, everybody. Riz, I am so happy to be here with you. You've been nominated twice and you won an Oscar last year. So I just wanted to know, did you watch this both of those times?
I did watch it, yeah, but I didn't wake up to watch it. And the reason for that is I never really fell asleep in the first place. There was just a lot of anticipation. And I know there's a lot of people who can't wait for us to get started. So without further ado, here are the nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role. Angela Bassett in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Hong Chow in The Whale. Kerry Condon in The Banshees of Inisherin. Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And Stephanie Hsu in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Next are the nominees for Achievement in Costume Design. Babylon. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Elvis. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Riz, given the extraordinary sound design on your film, Sound of Metal, why don't you take this next category?
Got it. Well, here are the nominees for Achievement in Sound. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar, The Way of Water. The Batman. Elvis. And Top Gun Maverick.
Next up, here are the nominees for Achievement in Music, Original Score. All Quiet on the Western Front. Babylon. Yes. The Banshees of Inisherin. Everything Everywhere All at Once. And The Fabelmans.
And now we have the first of the two award categories that honor writers. The first is Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front. Screenplay by Edward Berger, Leslie Patterson, and Ian Stokell. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. Written by Ryan Johnson. Living, written by Kazuo Ishiguro. And Top Gun Maverick, screenplay by Aaron Kruger and Eric Warren Singer and Christopher McQuarrie, story by Peter Craig and Justin Marks. And Women Talking, screenplay by Sarah Polley.
And here are the nominees for Original Screenplay. The Banshees of Inisherin, written by Martin McDonough. Everything Everywhere All at Once, written by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. The Fabelmans, written by Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner. Tar, written by Todd Field. And Triangle of Sadness, written by Ruben Östlund.
Now, it's with great pleasure that I get to announce this year's nominees for Best Live Action Short Film. An Irish Goodbye. Ifalu. Les Pupilles. Night Ride. And The Red Suitcase. Up now, the nominees for Best Animated Short Film. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. The Flying Sailor. Ice Merchants. My Year of Dicks. And an ostrich told me the world is fake and I think I believe it.
No comment. Here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a supporting role. Brendan Gleeson in The Banshees of Inisherin. Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway. Judd Hirsch in The Fabelmans. Barry Keoghan in The Banshees of Inisherin. And Ki Hui Kwan in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Riz, this is a delight. I don't want this to end. I have to say it's much easier working with you than Megan. She is tricky.
Yeah, I heard that she's tricky. But she's not around, is she? You promised me that she wouldn't be around?
Yeah. No, we should be good. We're good.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, we'll be right back because in just a few minutes we've got more nominee announcements coming up.
I'm into it.
Yeah, well, I want to hear the rest.
I know, right?
Yeah, we have
taking a time out.
A lot of films that I had not even heard of, let alone seen. So what's on your list?
Well, I would love to see The Fabelmans got good reviews. Roz,
You'll
you
like
said
it.
that was good. Our floor director Nick said it's good as well. I want to see Everything Everywhere All at Once.
we all do.
Ke-Huy
Yeah.
Quan,
Yeah.
Data from the Goonies, getting acclaim for that. And also, what's so cool, this is Jamie Lee Curtis's first Oscar nomination.
So happy for her.
All right, so deserving.
And she's going up against Angela Bassett, so that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back now as the Oscar nominations were being announced live in California. We got to see some of the nominations in for Best Supporting Roles, for example. I know we were excited about Angela Bassett and Jamie Lee Curtis being nominated, as well as nominations for costume design and more.
And short film and adapted screenplay, all of the categories that, you kind of look at during the Oscars and you're like, okay, this is great, but get to the good ones. Okay, now they're back. We're going to get the rest of the Oscar nominees for today.
For the 95th Oscars.
Now, earlier we announced 9 categories. Coming up now are the final 14, including Best Picture.
Here are the nominees for Achievement in Music Original Song. Applause from Tell It Like a Woman. Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Natu from RRR. And This Is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Now, next up, the nominees for Best Documentary Feature Film. All That Breathes. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Fire of Love. A House Made of Splinters. And Navalny.
And here are the nominees for Best Documentary Short Film. The Elephant Whisperers. Haul Out. How Do You Measure a Year? The Martha Mitchell Effect. And Stranger at the Gate.
Here are the nominees for Best International Feature Film. All Quiet on the Western Front, Germany. Argentina, 1985, Argentina. Close, Belgium. EO, Poland. And The Quiet Girl, Ireland.
Here are the nominees for Best Animated Feature Film. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. The Sea Beast. And Turning Red.
Here are the nominees for achievement in makeup and hairstyling. All Quiet on the Western Front. The Batman. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Elvis. And The Whale. Here are the nominees for achievement in production design. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar, The Way of Water. Babylon. Elvis. And The Fabelmans.
The nominees for achievement in film editing are The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick.
Next up, the nominees for achievement in cinematography. All Quiet on the Western Front. Bardo, False Chronicle and a Handful of Truths. Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar.
And now, achievement in visual effects. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar: The Way of Water. The Batman. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And Top Gun: Maverick. It's time for our final four awards. Here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role. Austin Butler in Elvis. Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin. Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Paul Mescal in After Sun. And Bill Nye in Living.
And now the 5 nominees for performance by an actress in a leading role. Cate Blanchett in Tar. Ana de Armas in Blonde. Andrea Riseborough in To Leslie. Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans. And Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Just 2 categories remain. The first is achievement in directing, and the nominees are Martin McDonagh, The Banshees of Inisherin. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Steven Spielberg, The Fabelmans. Todd Field, Tar. And Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness.
Now the final category. Here are the 10 nominees for Best Motion Picture of the Year.
All Quiet on the Western Front, Malte Grünet, producer.
Avatar: The Way of Water, James Cameron and John Landau, producers.
The Banshees of Inisherin, Graham Broadbent, Pete Chernine, and Martin McDonough, producers.
Elvis, Baz Luhrmann, Catherine Martin, Gail Berman, Patrick McCormick, and Skylar Weiss, producers.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, Daniel Kwan, Daniel Scheinert, and Jonathan Wong, producers.
The Fablemans, Christy McCosco-Krieger, Steven Spielberg, and Tony Kushner, producers.
Tar, Todd Field, Alexandra Milchan, and Scott Lambert, producers.
Top Gun Maverick, Tom Cruise, Christopher McQuarrie, David Ellison, and Jerry Bruckheimer, producers.
Triangle of Sadness, Eric Hemmendorf and Philippe Gobert, producers.
And Women Talking, Dee Dee Gardner, Jeremy Kleiner, and Frances McDormand, producers.
This was such an honor, and huge congratulations to all the nominees.
There it is.
All right.
10 nominees for Best Picture.
That is going to definitely make it interesting to see who is going to win the Best Picture for the Oscar. And I know for sure, I think we can agree on this. We both want to see Everything
Everywhere All at Once.
Because it is everywhere.
You got it.
All at once.
Oscars, by the way, March 12th.
All right. Well, comedian Damon Williams is celebrating 3 decades of funny this week. The city, county, and state will honor Williams for his achievements in entertainment. And we're lucky enough to have the superstar in studio with us this morning to talk about this momentous occasion. Okay, you got a city, state, and county recognition coming. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I mean, 30 years. And
30 years.
I never left, and it's 30 years in a row doing stand-up, making people laugh around Chicagoland, of course, around the world and country. But it's always good to be home. And, I always consider Chicago as a place where people want to come as opposed to somewhere you should leave from. So I took the advantage of that when I promote shows and bring in comedy acts. So
right, and you have worked with you've opened for the Kings of Comedy. You've worked with everyone. What does it mean to you to have this longevity in the career?
Bills paid, kid through school.
Get to the basics.
All that. No, it's just, it's a passion. So for it to be a occupation as well has been a blessing. So the people I've met, the travel I've, been able to do. But, I'm still seeking the next level of the game, acting and such. But stand-up is my love, and for my city to still embrace me after all this time is beautiful.
You're so
What
good
inspires your material?
Life, observation, bills. No, but really, I see things now. When you've been doing something this long, your brain sees things in funny, and it could be the most, obscure or tragic situations at times, and you can still find light in it. So, but I just enjoy the sound of a room full of people laughing at my thoughts all at once, and it's a spontaneous combustion, and it's amazing.
Well, we are so proud of you. You've been a friend of Wendy City Live for forever, and we're out of time already because we could go on and on for you. But your show at the City Winery sold out, but you want people to continue celebrating and the party at Riddles.
Yeah, the rest of the weekend will be at Riddles Comedy Club. I have Griff, who's on Erica Campbell Morning Show, and Lady Red from Soul 106, and myself, and then all the other comedians are coming out to, kind of show me some support. So it'll be a fun time all weekend.
Show you some love and give you your flowers.
DamonWilliamsComedy.com for everything I do.
DamonWilliamsComedy.com. Make sure, and Riddles, fantastic. Go check it out for sure.
Damon, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:56. I'm Tanya Babich. Today, the Old Navy store at State and Randolph in the heart of Chicago's Loop will close its doors for good. The retailer decided not to renew its lease at the flagship location. It expired at the end of last year. Old Navy first moved into the space at State and Randolph 10 years ago. No word on plans about what will fill the vacant storefront or if Old Navy is going to open